How to create gradients in Wix Studio. Hello guys and welcome to this new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create gradient colors into your Wix website or Wix Studio website. It is going to be very simple and easy. We're going to head over wix.com, then we're going to sign in into our account, and then we are going to select a website labeled built on Wix Studio. We are going to click on select and edit website. We're going to see that the Wix Studio, as you can see here, dashboard is going to load. We're going to click on edit site on the setup or the home page. It is going to be the same. Once we have did that, we're going to see our website appearing. Now, what are we going to do? Basically, I'm going to introduce you to the colors or the gradients. I'm going basically here to have a specific section that we are going to add. And this section is going to be added with a blank, let's say something. So what I'm going to do is going to add an element. So to introduce you to the gradients, I'm going to have it into a container. So this container is going to be an empty container. I'm going to show you here the method of color grading or putting the gradient colors into here. So I'm going to put this specific, as you can see here, color or the box or container in here. I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to open up the inspector. So once you have opened the inspector, we're going to have the background. I am basically here going to click on the background or the color. And as you can see, we have two types of gradients. We have the standard color first before I head over the gradients. These are going to be the solid color, as you can see. And we have gradient and fluid gradient. So I'm going to start with the gradient. As you can see on the gradient, we have three types. We have the linear, the radial, and the conic. For the linear, it is going to be a, let's say, a question or a matter of degrees. So it is going to be dependent on the degrees that you're going to have. For example, you're going to have maybe the top part is going to be like this pink, and the bottom part or the minus 90 degrees is going to be this orange. You can go ahead and change the color of the gradient by having here, for example, the orange right there or the pink. So I'm going basically to click on here or on the first color. I can go ahead and adjust the transparency of the color to something like that, or I can change the color to something more different. And as you can see, this is a gradient of a 0 degree, so it is going to be like that. Now, if I go ahead and put it as a, let's say here, 90 degree, it is going to be starting from here to here. As you can see, this beige, I think that it is going to be beige, to the pink is going to be from the left to the right. That means it is going to have the direction of 90 degree. So I'm going to change the beige in here to something else. So we are going to have maybe this specific, this color. I'm going to apply it and see the result. It is going to be a color from pink and also the purple. So that is going to be the linear. You can go ahead and click on the two sides of the gradient, and you can also flip the order, as you can see, or you can go ahead and change the degree. So that was for the specific, as you can see, color. Now to save that color, you're going to add this color right there. So you're going to save this color gradient, as you can see, so you can easily find it and reuse it later. You're going to click on add and it is going to be added. Now let's move on to the second type of the, let's say here, gradient, and it is going to be the radial. So for the radial, it is going to be a focal point, and this focal point is going to contain the primary or the secondary color that you have picked. As you can see, we have this specific progress bar for color. You can go ahead and have the focal point or the radial, and you can go ahead and place it or make it move wherever you want. If I'm going to take this focal point to a place, it is going to be placed in here, and also the radiant or the radiation of the color is going to be heading over from the point and radiating the borders. Like for example, I'm going to make it appear a little bit by having maybe this color. I'm going to change it. This is the darker one. Yes, I'm going to change it to maybe this color. So we're going to have it like that, or maybe like this. It's going to be more appearing. Now I'm going to lower up here the color, or let's say golden and up. So as you can see, it is here. So I'm going to take my focal point, and as you can see, when I am going to move it, it is going to take action. So I can go ahead and change the color or the focal point position, also the color of the focal point, also the irradiation or the background. Now let's go ahead also to the conic one. The conic is going to be here like a focal point, but it is going to have some, let's say here, quadrants. So as you can see, this specific area from here to there is going to have the primary color, which is going to be this orangey, and the other ones are going to be gradients. Here we have the gradient. It is going to be a little mixed up with the orange. Here full pinkish, and here it is pure pinkish. Now, I can go ahead and change this, as you can see, conic, and make it to the middle, and it is going to be appearing. So I can go ahead and have also the focal or the conic, as you can see, placed just like that, and it is going to be something like this. And I can go ahead and reduce the transparency of the colors, and it is going to be something like that. Now, as you can see, this line is going to be visible. Why? Because we have two non-matching colors, and they are going to be just like this. So we're going to have it just like that, and it is going to be maybe a little bit here appealing if you're going to have it just like that, or smoothen up the corners. So you can go ahead and set up the color gradient in here and save it as if you want. Now that was for the standard gradient. Now if you want to have a more details about the gradients, it is going to be very specific if you're going to search on Google. Maybe you're going to have here two websites that I have used. You can see that we have this CSS gradient. You can go ahead and have this specific, as you can see, gradient, and see if it is going to suit you. For example, this one, I'm going to have it like that. So as you can see here, we can go ahead and change the color of it, and it is going to be something like this. It is going to be proportional for the this mauve, or this let's say here, I think that it is not purple, but it is going to be mauve. So here we have the red and the orange one. We have three colors. So let's see if we're going to have it. This is a linear. We have a radial also. I'm going to have it as a linear. So basically I'm not going to use one of the colors because we're going to have another color. I'm going to delete the orange. This is better. And I'm going basically to have the color hex codes. So we are going to head over here. I'm going to have the linear. Now it is going to be a 90-degree in here to the right. I'm going to let you see that it is going to be a 90-degree. So the first color, which is going to be here, it is going to be this purple, I think. So I'm going to add the color, paste our color, boom, this is the first one. Now the second one is going to be this color, which is going to be added to a here. I'm going to have this reddish. So as you can see, normally we're going to get the same color from here. So a little bit here, it is going to be increased a little bit, but I don't know. So what we're going to do is to modify some of the, as you can see, transparency, and it is going to be something like that. So this is better. So here we have a clear idea on what is the gradient that we are going to use. So also you can go ahead and have the CSS codes of them, as you can see, integrated within this CSS. So you're going to have here a CSS code, add a HTML or an embedded code, and you're going to put it just like that. In case that you do not know how you can place the these type of codes or hex codes, but in case you know, it is going to be simple. This CSS is going to be added for the backgrounds or the codings. No, it is not going to be something related to, you don't know how you add CSS or hex codes, but it is going to be integrated within the app or UX UI design that you're going to add. Also, we have the web gradients. As you can see, this is also a website, a free website that will help you to set up the CSS and also the gradients. As you can see here, we have two colors, many colors, and etc. So you can go ahead and put here the first color to the second color and visualize the, as you can see here, the whole color. You need to check up that it is, or know that it is going to be a linear. This is a linear style, and you're going to put it just like that. Now, moving on to the second or the third type of the color, which is going to be the second type of the gradient, and it is going to be the fluid gradient. Now, as you can see, the fluid gradient is going to have only one type. And this one type is going to have four type of colors. So it is going to be, for example, for this one, let me see, many colors. We are going to have here the many colors. You can have here the distinction of each one of the colors, and you're going to have it like that. So for example, you can go ahead and change the color of each one of the choices, and here it turned on that it is going to have five type of colors. Each type of color or each focal point of the color is going to have a specific color for it. So you can change it to whatever color that you wish. Basically, it is going to be based on four type of colors. You can cover up the colors right here and there, set up the size of that color, and also the spread. So you can have here some fluid gradients set up already, like these, that, and also this. This is not going to be applicable for the containers only, but also for the whole section. So you can go ahead and have here maybe a whole section with that gradient color. So you have it just right there. But for a section, we have a bonus thing, which is going to be the color behind the gradient. It is going to be something that you're going to change. So it is, I'm going to move aside this container, or I'm going to delete it, and you can see that it is going to be something wonderful. So that was all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you soon on the next one.